Welcome, my dear students. Today I am going to start a new chapter, that is file handling. In this chapter, you will learn that how you can store the output of your program. You have done a lot of programming in class 11 and in class 12 also. And in the previous programming, you were storing only the code of the program by saving the file. When you are working with any type of interface like Anaconda, Spider, or anyone else, you are only saving the code of the program. But in this chapter, you will learn that how you can store the output of your program. Means the output of the program can also be stored with the file handling functions. So with the help of file handling functions, you can not only store the output of the program or any code, you can also read the file as input of your program. Means you can store the output of your program in a file, and you can also take the input from the file that is stored in your computer system. So both the input and output can be done with the help of a separate file in the computer system. So before starting with the file handling, that we will study that what is file. So we were simply creating a file in MS Word, in MS Excel. In MS Excel, we are creating the presentation. We are creating our different types of file in the computer system. So simply we can say that the file is a type of storage location that can store information or the data in any storage device is called the file. For example, in a Word, you had written some lines and you have saved the file with the name ABC. Then what is ABC? ABC is a file. So similarly, you can store the output as a file and you can take the input from the file. You can do with the help of the file handling operations. So now the basic file manipulation task, that what you are basically doing in the file handling is called the addition, modification and deletion. Means if there is any file that is pre-existing in the storage location, you can add some content to that particular file, you can modify that file, and you can delete the content as well as the whole file from the storage location. So these are the three basic manipulation tasks that what you will do in the file handling operation in the coming sessions. So now moving forward, we will discuss that how you can open a file. So it is important to open a file before reading some details from the file or to write any detail in that particular file. So the first part of any file handling operation is to open a file. So the next slide you will study about that how you can open a file. So now the basic syntax of the opening a file is file object, then open, then file name. As in various different classes we had discussed that if anything is written between the angular bracket, then it means it will be replaced by the actual name. Like here is file object is written. So file object is a type of identifier that will store the address of the file that will open. Or simply you can say, if you will open a file, a location is created in the memory and that particular location will be addressed with the help of this file object. Now the next is open. So open is a function. The function will take the name of the file as the parameter. So when you will write the file object is equal to open and the file name, then the name that is provided as the parameter will be opened, and the address or the pointer, or you can say the handle of the file will be located to the file object. Now it will be clear when we were studying an example. In the next line, an example is written, that is f is equal to open demo file dot txt. So open is the function, and in this function I had passed the demo text. Demo text is the name of the file that I want to open. So this line will open the file, that is demo file, and the file will be addressed by f. When you will write f in the next line of the program, it means you are addressing the demo file. So the file f or the identifier f will be known as the file handler, because this is the this is the technical term. File handler means it will handle the file during the complete program. So after opening a file, you can write it in that particular file, you can append it, you can delete any content, or you can modify any content also. So there are various operations that can be done on a file after opening it. But if you want to open a file for a particular purpose, means if you want a file just for the reading point of view, so you can provide the mode also. For example, you want to open a file that no one can add anything, the user can only read the file, so you can open the file in reading mode only. If you want to write anything in the file, so you can open the file in the writing mode only. If you want to append anything in the file, what is the meaning of append? Append means to add anything. The previous text will remain as it was before, and you will add something in the file, then this process is called the appending in the file. So there are various modes available through which you can open your file. So in the next syntax there is a new term added, that is mode. So mode is a default parameters. When you don't provide the mode, any mode, as it is written here in the first example, the file will always open in the reading mode. But if you will provide the mode, you can open the file in different modes, like in the writing mode, in the reading mode, in the appending mode. So in the next line you will see it is written here, f is equal to open demo file comma r. So it means that you can open a file in the reading mode, because at the mode position it is written r, and r stands for the mode. So f is the identifier, or it is a file handling that will handle the demo file, and you can use the demo file for the reading purpose only. There are many modes are available in the file handling operations. We will study it one by one. There are 4 modes are given, like R, A, W and X. So the first mode, that is R. R stands for the read mode, and this is the default mode. Means if you don't provide the mode, as you had seen in the previous example, in this example you are not providing any mode, then the file will open in the reading mode. So this mode is the default mode, as it is written here, default mode. So it opens a file for reading only, and you can read the file if the file is existing, and if the file is not existing, then you are not able to read anything. Na? It means there is nothing written in the file. So if the file does not exist in the memory, then what will happen? An error message you will get that the file does not exist. So when you want to open a file in the read mode, it is necessary that the file should exist in the storage area, and if the file does not exist, then a error message will be popped up. The next mode is A. A is a append mode, and W is the write mode. So before starting with the append mode, I want to discuss the write mode. So when you open a file in the write mode, the file opens and the file gives the permission to user to write anything in the file. And if the file is does not existing in the memory, then what will happen? A new file will be created by the compiler. Means try to understand it. If you want to open a file to write anything and that file does not exist in the memory location, then what will happen? The computer will create a file, or the compiler will create a file of the same name as supplied as a parameter value, and then the file will be available for you to write anything in the file. So the next mode, that is append mode. Append mode open a file for appending anything, and the existence work as the write mode. Similarly, if the file does not exist in the memory, then what will happen? The compiler will create a new file in order to write anything. So what is the difference between the read, append and writing mode? Try to understand. If there are initially few content in the file, means try to understand, if there are 4 lines in the file ABC and you had opened the file in the writing mode, then what will happen? Then all the previous data is erased and you will get a blank file to write any content in the file. Means if you are opening a file that is having some content, and if you want to open the file for the writing purpose, and if you had opened the file in the write mode, all the previous data will be erased and you will get a blank file in order to write anything. But if you want to append anything, and if you want to open any file that are having some content, and if you want to add something in that particular file, you need to open a file in the append mode. So when you open a file in the append mode, then what will happen? The previous data will remain in the file and the file will open as you can add some more content to that particular file. So this is the basic difference between the writing mode and in the append mode. But if in both the cases, if the file does not exist in the memory, then what will happen? The compiler will create a new file having the same name as you had supplied in the parameter list. And the fourth mode is X, that is create mode. So if you want to create any specific file, then you have to write the X mode, and if the file already exists, that when you are try to save any file and you are supplying the name as the any file already have, then what will happen? You will have an error message. So similarly, if you want to create a file and the file already exists in the memory, then what will happen? You will have an error message. So these are the 3 primary modes which you can provide in order to read a file, write a file and append a file. You can use this mode in combination also. So in the coming slide you will see that how you can use these mode in the combination. Now previously you will have the write mode. So we had already discussed that for to open a file in the write mode, the file must exist in the memory, and if the file does not exist, the Python will raise an error and when the file opens, you will only read the content from the file. You are not able to write anything in the particular file. The next point is W, that what we had already discussed. W opens the file in the write mode, and if the file does not exist in the memory, then what will happen? The Python creates a file with the same name as provided in the parameter list. The next is append. So append is required when there is some content previously in the file, and if you want to add something new, then you need to open a file in the append mode. So these three modes that what we had already discussed in the previous slides, and there are three new modes, that is R plus, W plus and A plus. So R plus means R is written, so the main dominating characteristics will be of the reading mode, and this file is available for the reading mode and the writing mode also. But R is written, so the feature of the reading mode is more dominant, so the file must exist in the memory, and if the file does not exist, you will get an error message. And if the file already exists in the memory, you can open the file and you can read the content from the file, and as well as you can write some new content to the file also. W plus, in the W plus scenario, you can write in the file and you can also read from the file. And here the W is written, so the W function is the dominant function, means if the file is not existing in the memory, then what will happen? The Python will create a new file as the name supplied as the parameter, and the file is available for the reading and the writing mode both. And A plus work as the append mode works, and it also facilitates the Python to read the content from the file. After performing the reading or the writing or the appending operation, it is important to close the file also. If you don't close your file, then there must be some abrupt function maybe damage your file. So it is better to close your file before exiting the program. Means when you want to finish the program or the working of the file is finished, then you need to close the file. So this is a very simple function which is required to close a file, that is close function. So if you had completed your work and if you want to close the file, then the file handler, and with file handler you need to write the close function. When you will simply write this line, the file will close, or you can say the handler of the file will of no use, and the address of the file is lost from the handler. So with this operation you can close the file, and when there are large number files is open in a particular program, then what will happen? It consumes a lot of memory. So it is required to close the file after using it. So by using the close function, you can close your files. Now this is a simple function that in which you are reading a file, means you are performing the reading function on your file. So in this program you can see that there is written my file is equal to open demo file.txt and R. str is equal to my file.read 33 print str. So I think the first line and the third line is easily understandable to you all, and there is a problem in understanding the second line. So in the first line, my file is working as the file handler. It will handle the address of the file which you will open in the program. So my file is equal to open. Open is what? Open is a function. What it will do? It will create a file or open a file according to the mode passed as the parameter, and you had passed, or in the program it is passed, demo file dot txt, means the demo file you want to open, and in which mode you want to open, in the reading mode you want to open. So this line will open a file. The file is opened in the reading mode, and the address of the file will be stored in the my file option. Means my file will work as the file handler, and in the whole program when you use the term my file, it means you are addressing the demo file.txt. Now in the next line it is written str is equal to myfile.read33. It means in this file, in this line, you are reading the 33 words, first 33 words of the file, and all the words are stored in this string, and in this line you are printing the string. So this is a program through which you are reading a file, the 33 words from the file, and you are printing the text that what you had read from the file demo text. In this program you had used the read function, and the read function has many variation. You can use the read function in different ways. So in the coming slide you will learn that how you can use the read function in different ways. So in the first example you can see that you can read function with parameter and without parameter. Means you can pass the read function without providing any type of words or total number of byte as it is written here, or you can also use the read function with n. Means you can give the total number of the byte or the word that you want to read from the file. So when you will provide the n, means the total number of bytes with the read function, then what will happen, then the read function will read that number of the word from the file, and if you want to print it, then you can print it that words. But if you read the whole file, then there is no need to provide the total number of bytes in the parameter section. You can leave it blank, and when you will leave it blank, then what will happen, the read function will read the entire file. So this is the basic difference between the read and read n. The read function will read the file word by word or the letter by letter. So it is also important to know if there is any space, it is also counted as the word, or you can say byte in the program. Clear? The next is a read line. So similarly, read, in the read you can provide it with parameter and the without parameter. Similarly you can use the read line function with parameter or without parameter. If in the read line function you are passing any parameter like n, means the total number of the lines you want to read, then what the read line will do, read line will read that number of lines from the program. And if you will not providing any type of argument, then what will happen, the read line will read all the lines from the file. So you can use the read function with 4 variation. First, read with argument, without argument, and similarly second, the read line with argument and without argument. So these are the 4 variation of the reading function. So thank you my dear students. This is all about today's session.